And now it's time for our encore psalm.
And so saith that God, Buddha, Satan, Mother Nature, Higher Power, Omnipotent One, gave us unto the children who shall light the path into righteousness, so that we may all follow in their footsteps, for the children are the future.
What a lovely closing psalm today, Elijah. And quite fitting, because my final announcement today is that this coming week will be our inaugural Teen Week. In light of all of our recent fundraising efforts, it's been brought to our attention that we've been neglecting our youth ministry programs, insofar as we haven't been doing any youth ministry programs. So, this week, we're taking a break from fundraising and focusing on fun-raising. Am I right, kids?
I think they prefer to be called youths.
Am I right, youths?
Yeah.
There will be all kinds of activities throughout the week, including judgment-free religious study groups, judgment-free team-building activities, judgment-free game nights, closing with a teen sanctuary lock-in worship and sleepover party on Saturday night. And since Elijah and I are possibly a tad out of touch with the youths, all of this will be headed by none other than our amazing administrative assistant, Liv.
Excuse me?
Also, don't forget choir auditions are tonight in the auditorium. We're looking for the best voices around.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard to find, since I'm the best voice in the parish and I'm already in the choir.
Pastor Elijah made the church, non-denominational and made of birch.
They hired Liv, a new secretary, after the old one stole money unfairly.
Carol Ann volunteers, Marcy runs the choir. Jonathan doesn't work, yet he's still hired.
There's no judgment at the non-denominational. Some say things around here get inspirational.
Pastor, you can't just spring Teen Week on me last minute without any warning. Did I miss an email thread or something?
No, I know. It slipped my mind. You see, I have a lot going on this week, and I'm going on this Aerial Silk Slam Poetry Spa Retreat, and I haven't been able to think about much else.
That sounds fake.
Oh, it's real. Trust me. She's been yelling onomatopoeia in syncopated rhythms while tying herself up in the curtains in her office for weeks.
Fine, but I find it hard to believe you just forgot to tell me I was going to head this project.
No, Liv, you're right. I didn't forget. I just thought, well, we all thought that putting you in charge of Teen Week might help you get more involved in the church.
You know my preference is to not get involved. It's a lifestyle.
Exactly. A lifestyle that we're trying to break since the whole atheist thing came out. We thought you might be distancing yourself from SCONE and that getting involved with youth ministry might help.
Oh, hell no. This is not another plot to get me into religion.
No. Of course not. We merely thought that leading Teen Week might make you feel more integrated in the community.
But I'm not qualified to run this. I'm not a minister. And I hate kids.
Oh, Liv, no one's actually going to ask you to do any preaching. As a matter of fact, we have a special guest youth preacher coming in throughout the week because, Pastor Jamie's going to be gone. And this guest preacher, he came very highly rated on Yelp. We just need you to, plan some activities for the kids, keep an eye on them, relate to them, and of course...
What was that?
We need you to...
Pardon?
Sorry, this is very hard for me to say. I don't like to confront people. I'm just going to sing it. We need you to chaperone the lock-in. Girl, I cannot wait to see what happens. Ave Maria. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. Everyone, thank you. Everyone, thanks for coming out for the SCONE choir auditions. Now, before we get started, I want you all to know that just because you were given a position last year in the choir does not necessarily mean you'll be given the same position this year. And I don't mean you, Helium Accent Harry. Let's just try and take it to a tenor at least this year, okay now? Working on it! Great progress. Now, I'm seeing some fresh faces around the room, so I'd like to welcome any newcomers and wish everyone good luck.
Elijah, do I really have to be here? Obviously, I'm still going to be the lead soprano, right?
Don't you mean mezzo-soprano?
Hush, child. I'll have you know that mezzo-soprano is a harmonic backbone of the choir. All the lazy soprano ones do is sing in the chorus. Can you even read sheet music?
Is that what this is? I thought it was a coloring book page of a straightened rainbow.
A straight rainbow? Not in my house. Enough! Jonathan, get out of here. These snacks are for these audition choir members only. And yes, Marcy, you must audition again. You too, Annabelle. As it happens, we have a new soprano trying out this year, and I'm not quite sure where to put her yet, so...
Who?
Juniper Cloud.
Hello, everyone. I'm Juniper Cloud. I sure don't mean to step on anyone's toes. It's just that singing is my passion.
That's great, Juniper. I'm sure we can find somewhere for you in the choir.
I just love the way music can make you feel. Don't you, Elijah?
Yep.
I love it when the harmonies give you tingles. You know, Elijah? How the hairs on the back of your neck stand up and your pupils dilate and your toes curl in luxurious pleasure.
Yeah.
Why a good harmony really feels like being filled up by...
All right, that's enough.
By the Spirit of the Lord.
Oh, thank God.
Exactly.
Yes, this is SCONE. Who's this? I didn't contact anyone on Yelp. Oh, wait, you mean the youth minister? What do you mean can't make it? Didn't we already pay you? Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware the Lord worked on pro bono, but I'm gonna be professionally boned if you don't get your ass here. I don't care if you got the clap from your liturgical minister, maybe vet your employees better, dude. I need you here. I've got a whole week's worth of youth to be ministered. I will not come down. Don't you lower your voice. I'll show you a venereal disease when I stab this pen up your... He hung up.
I wonder why.
Jonathan, the guest youth pastor canceled. What do I do? This was not in my contract. Should I call the pastor?
I wouldn't bother Pastor Jamie this week. When I called her on her emergency cell to ask her where she had put the good bathroom magazines, she made it clear that she's decompressing and living her best life at the yoga retreat, not to call her unless someone died.
I could pretend Carol Ann had a close call.
Ooh, look who's scheming now. Don't stress, girl. Just force someone around here to fill in and preach to the brats.
That's a good idea.
I do have those occasionally, kind of like farts of the mind.
But who should I ask to fill in as youth minister?
Yeah, don't even think about it, Liv. No.
Please? Not all week, just one day. I'll get you and Elijah, obviously, and, Carol Ann, and some others, and it'll be fine.
That's what Claus said before he Cincinnati snowballed me.
Is that like a cousin to the Cleveland steamer? You know what? Never mind. So, what happened?
It was not fine, Liv. Not fine.
Nice nails.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. We're going to brunch after this?
Yeah, let's get brunch.
Okay. I kind of want to look up for tonight.
I cannot believe that harlot Juniper Cloud is a decent vocalist.
Well, I'm not too sure what a harlot is, Marcy, but I think she gave you a run for your money with that mashup of Moulin Rouge and Ave Maria. It was magical. I'd start packing up your music stand.
You little gremlin, she could just as easily become soprano one.
No, she doesn't have the range.
You heard her aria.
Well, yes, but Elijah would never make her lead soprano one.
Well, they looked pretty chummy over there where she was polishing Elijah's French horn.
Oh, it's so big.
If I were you, kid, I should think we both ought to be a little worried.
Worried about being pushed out? Like how you were pushed out of Marcy Playground?
I was a founding member.
Honestly, Jonathan, thank you so much for doing this. Literally, all you have to do is go in there and be inspiring for 15 minutes before the pizza gets here.
I mean, what even is this event again?
For the 19th time, I planned a mocktail and pizza party to teach the teens that they don't need alcohol to have fun. I thought of it last night when I was halfway through a box of Riesling. We lure the kids in with the promise of free pizza, but before we give it to them, they have to sit through a sermon.
So it's like a timeshare meeting with free golf clubs at the end or something?
Yep, that's youth ministry.
So do I talk about Jesus?
No. I think half the kids are Jewish. They're just here for pizza. Keep it light, keep it general, just say whatever you wish you knew when you were a teenager.
I can do that, Liv. So you really should plan ahead. I mean, spit's just not gonna cut it, and it never will. Does that go for straight people too? I mean, for everyone else wondering, not me. How the hell should I know, Samantha? Do I look like I'm straight? Would me being straight make you more comfortable? Do you expect me to know everything about being gay and about being straight? Like some goddamn spice rack? But yes, spit should probably work for the straights. Any other questions?
Alrighty then, that's enough, Jonathan. I think AA Ginger is all set up for her Virgin Mojito demonstration in the collaboration space. Let's all hop to it.
I was told there was gonna be pizza.
Ah, now you're getting the idea of youth group. False promises and time-wasting activities.
All right, everyone. Great choir practice today. Remember, I canceled rehearsal tomorrow so I can prepare for my youth sermon for Teen Week. But I promise I'll have my decisions on all of your auditions for the coming season by Sunday service.
Elijah, have you given any thought to the lead mezzo-soprano by chance?
Or soprano one?
Honestly, ladies, I have not. Liv asked me to fill in for the unwell youth minister right after auditions, and well...
You're freaking out because you're scared of teenagers?
You're floundering like a fish.
I'm just a little stressed.
Elijah, you sweat through your sweater vest.
Oh, well, so it seems. Okay, good luck, everyone. Okay, bye. I gotta run.
Boy, I can't wait for that juniper cloud last to be in the choir practice. What a body on that girl. She hasn't made it in the choir yet, Garfield. God's wall body like an hourglass and a voice like an angel, that woman. Don't you have some instruments to go polish or something? Ah, yes. I do love cleaning the horns. Reminds me of the shotgun cleaning drills when I was stationed in the Congo. Great. Hey, anyone seen Elijah's French horn? It was due for a scrubbing.
Oh, I didn't see it. Did you see it? I mean, we're just kind of
Marcy, hey Marcy, wasn't you know who miring the horn after auditions?
Juniper Cloud.
Interesting. I think that perhaps our worries of this new hooker on the block might be soon over.
Hey kids, welcome back for another fun night of youth group festivities. Not that I'm sure any of you had a choice. Tonight is Teen Tabletop Gaming Night, so Kyle is going to be teaching you all about whatever that means. Hopefully, once he stops crying. And I'll say once again that it was very uncool of you to chip dip him in the hallway, Chet. You know, he's sensitive about his man boobs.
I'd rather chip dip your boobs.
Chet, I will end you. Anyway, like I mentioned yesterday, the youth minister, who is highly rated on Yelp, caught the clap, so y'all are stuck with Elijah for sermon tonight. Give him a round of applause or whatever. He spent like 25 minutes watching YouTube videos on how to tie that bow tie.
Liv, what's Elijah doing for his speech? I heard he was doing like a musical number, and I just had to see it.
I think he's trying to go for like a cool hipster thing. He hyperventilated when I told him the other guy canceled. Must have had a rough time in high school. I think he's scared of teenagers. He's been holed up in his office since Sunday afternoon learning Mumford & Sons songs and replacing the lyrics with Jesus stuff.
Thanks, pals. So today, I want to riff with you cool kids about, abstinence.
Elijah, that is not what we talked about.
Oh, my lord. That's the spirit, Jonathan. Now listen, kids, I don't want you to think of me as some stuffy old grown-up. I'm just your buddy today. Like Jesus is your buddy, or whatever higher power you believe in. So I'm going to hit you with a little song I wrote. The Bible or your preferred religious text probably said that. Once upon a time, Adam met Eve. Or Steve! Yes, thanks, or Steve. And all they had to cover themselves with leaves, but God or Allah or Buddha or whoever preferred modesty. So they covered up and stayed very far apart. They held hands that made their way to their vows till death did they part. Eve covered up, Adam kept his hands on his lap. They only did closed-mouth kisses, and that was that. Sing it with me, kids! They covered up and stayed far apart for the love of the Almighty, kept it clean and tidy. For if you should feel tempted to do the naked tango, then eternity in hell you will burn, oh. 'Cause Jesus or whomever would keep his dirty mitts out of your sweater, and from this lesson you will learn. Kids, you're supposed to sing with me about the joys of waiting until marriage or your late 40s or possibly never. Some of us haven't waited. Some of us have already done tons of sexual things.
We know you're making that up, Samantha.
I'm not. Children, please.
Regardless of Samantha's imagined escapades, my religion says that sex is natural and we should enjoy it as much as we want.
Well, Pagan Club Ginger, no judgment, but Satan is wrong, and you need to practice abstinence.
That's so regressive, Elijah. The concept of virginity is heteronormative and exclusionary because it only accounts for penetrative sex.
No, no one is excluded, and for the love of God, please never use the word penetrative again. Yo, what does penetrative sex mean?
You know.
Stop that hand motion right now, Matilda! Oh, you mean what I did with Elijah's mom last night? Ooh. That's it. You're on your own, children.
Well, that went about as well as expected. Free condoms, anyone?
Oh my gosh, yes, please. How did you know I needed that for the weekend?
Annabelle, I know you're down here. The door has a sign that says June or Detective Leaf on it.
Ricky! You spelled it wrong!
I can't read.
Come in. Ricky! Get our client a hot beverage. So, Marcy, you sure have some nerve walking into my office. What business do you have with the Junior Detective League?
Your office? This is a basement boiler room.
Let's just say we're keeping the JDL on the DL for now, since you have to be 12 to start an official club and all.
Here you go, Mrs. Marcy. I don't know what it is, but it's warm.
Is this a milk jug of apple juice?
Ricky! That's one of Benny's pee-pee bottles. Get rid of it!
Oh, sorry, Annabelle. My God.
What do you want?
I think you know why I'm here. We have a common enemy. I'm offering a temporary truce.
I'm listening.
You and I both know that tart Juniper Cloud stole Elijah's French horn. An expensive instrument like that would certainly make a pretty penny. Juniper Cloud is clearly going to sell Elijah's French horn for drug money. The degenerate hussy?
What makes you think I'll help you?
Listen to me, kid. Both of our asses are on the line. You heard that, Aria. There is no telling where Elijah is going to put her. And even if not now, eventually, one of us is going to be kicked to the curb.
Like you were with Marcy Playground?
No one asked you, Ricky.
So, what do you suggest we do about it?
We have to catch her selling the French horn. We've got to tell her, keep tabs on her whereabouts. She'll likely lay low for a few days. I have intel that she's off this Saturday at Poles and Hose, so I'm thinking that night is when she'll strike.
You're saying a stakeout?
Oh, are we going to Texas Roadhouse?
Not that kind of steak, Ricky. But actually, yeah, can we stop on the way?
Fine.
All right, kids, before we get to bingo with Denise, Carol Ann is going to talk to you about religions of the world. I don't know about what, but let's be honest, it's not going to get worse.
Why can't we just have the snacks now?
Because that's not how youth group works. You'll get your golf clubs after the Jesus meeting.
What?
Never mind. Take it away, Carol Ann.
Oh, religions of the world. Oh, what a lovely topic. Now, have I told you children about the time I was a traveling fire contortist in Zimbabwe?
God, no one cares.
Oh, it's quite all right, dear. It was a boring story anyway. But you know what? I'd really like to talk to you kids about the time I slept with President Ronald Reagan.
Boo!
I'm a slut, and even I don't want to hear this story.
All right, kiddos, home stretch, and then you'll never have to see me again. Welcome to the inaugural Teen Week lock-in. In the meeting room, I've got some crafts planned. We'll be showing some PG-13 rated movies in the conference room, and in the collaboration space, we'll be playing some team-building activities, like that thing where everyone lays on the floor with their heads on each other's stomachs until someone laughs. Dinner is catered by Mario's Italian Eatery, and it's set up in the church hall. Garfield here is filling in for Night Guard Tony, who is out of town for the National Puppy Play BDSM Convention. So, Garfield will be locking the doors and keeping an eye on you guys for the duration of the night. Now, everyone go drop off your sleeping bags, boys in the sanctuary and girls in the church hall.
You ready for this, little lady?
Of course. They're just a bunch of teenagers. What could go wrong?
Marcy, I don't see what this is going to accomplish. We've been tailing Juniper Cloud all night, and all we've caught her doing is mixing her colors with her whites at the laundromat. And I don't think even Elijah is too uptight to kick her out of the choir for that.
Quiet! We'll catch her. It's not late enough yet. You know crime only happens in the wee hours of the morning. Now give me those binoculars. I think she's getting back into her car.
Miss Marcy, I'm tired. My dad said I had to be home by 8.
No one told you to come, Richard. And stop eating all the leftover Texas Roadhouse buns from my purse. I was saving those.
But the cinnamon butter.
Oh, give me one.
Me too. Let's go. Pass them up, kid.
Marcy, look. She's getting out. Pull over.
What is this building?
I don't know, Ricky. But she's getting something out of her trunk. Why, isn't that...
A French horn case. Gotcha.
Miss Marcy, I'm tired.
Well, I'll be, Marcy. I guess you were right.
Jonathan, holy shit, I need you. Where are you?
What did you say? I can't hear you. I'm at a rave.
I said, the teens are out of control and I need help.
What?
Please just come to the church, okay?
Come to SCONE? I guess I can swing by.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna call Elijah now.
Hello, Liv? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
Elijah, please, I need you to come to the church. The teens are running wild. They got into the church wine and they're trying to smoke the sage from the cleansing. The whole sanctuary smells like an Italian restaurant, and they turned off Legally Blonde in the collaboration space and put on Friday the 13th.
The PG-13 rated one or the rated R one?
The R-rated!
I'll be right there.
Gotta go. Garfield, what was that?
Kids. That one was just juggling the wine bottles, passed out like a little girl, and smashed into the stained glass in the sanctuary. Kids these days can't hold their liquor at all. Why, back in my day...
Chet fell through the window? Is he okay? Oh my god, this is all my fault.
One sip of that apple pie moonshine from my flask and the boy was out like a light, I tell you. Youth really is wasted on the young, I tell you what.
You gave the children moonshine?
I was just trying to liven up the party. They were playing truth or dare like a bunch of 5th grade girls. Why, back in my day, we really knew how to party. Me and the boys from the SCONE would light up this place.
Garfield, no more liquor to minors, okay?
Maybe I'll just give the SCONE a call. Get this party started.
What? No,
You won't even know they're here, darling.
Olivia, I've arrived.
Jonathan! Oh, thank God. You're drunk.
Well, of course I am. It's Saturday night. Now, why did you tell me to come here?
Because the sanctuary is on fire.
Oh, no.
All the teens are drunk. There's a lesbian orgy going on at the church hall.
Oh.
Garfield and the SCONEs are racing wheelchairs at the parking lot.
Wow. I mean, all I really heard was orgy.
The teens! I split them up, boys in the sanctuary and girls in the church hall, so nothing like this would happen, but they're having an orgy.
People are gay, Liv, okay?
I know that. You have to help me, Jonathan. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna get fired. Oh my God. When Hester finds out about this, I'm dead.
You're like way too high energy right now, and you should like bring it down. I say, we just try to sober up a little. Yeah, I'm good at dealing with drugs. I'm just gonna get some coffee and spike it with Adderall.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that, but go, hurry.
Okay. Liv, where are you?
I'm in here, Elijah.
Oh my gosh, Olivia, what is happening here?
No time. Teens got into the line, boys are lighting pews on fire, and the girls are having an orgy, and the SCONEs are doing body shots off each other's skin flaps. You have to do something.
Okay,
Elijah! Elijah! This is no time for you to be an awkward dad when confronted with sex.
Okay.
Go get the fire extinguisher and put out the sanctuary.
Okay.
I've got to go find Jonathan and break up this orgy.
Did someone hire a stripper?
Over here, little lady.
Oh my God. Jonathan! Axel, have you seen Jonathan?
Yeah. He's over there teaching Gladys how to twerk.
Jonathan! What are you doing? Are you partying?
They had Jello shots, Liv. It's against my religion, my sexuality. It's against everything to turn down Jello shots.
I made them at home. Obviously, I stole the Jello packets from the dollar store.
That's it! I can't do this. have to call the pastor.
Liv? What time is it? Is everything alright?
No, Pastor, it's not. I know your flight from the yoga retreat probably just got back, but the teen week lock-in has gotten out of control, and Jonathan is drunk, and Elijah is probably crying somewhere, and there's no one else to call.
Oh, Liv, alright, I'll be right there.
We were robbed of the Grammy. Robbed, I tell you. Who's there? Oh, kids, wake up.
What?
Are we home yet? We fell asleep.
For how long?
That's not important. What matters is that we missed Juniper leaving the pawn shop with the wad of cash.
Well, that's okay. We have the picture of her holding it when she went in, right? So we have proof she stole it. Let's just go show that to Elijah and get her in trouble.
I wonder if he's at the church. We'll go now. I want to go home, Miss Marcy. And I wanted a Grammy. Elijah! Where is that sniveling snot?
Elijah, we have to talk to you about Juniper Cloud. We have some very compelling evidence as to why she shouldn't make church choir.
Oh, Olivia, what the devil is going on here? And where is Elijah?
Hell if I know. I told him to get a fire extinguisher an hour ago, and I think he just locked himself in the maintenance closet.
I found him!
Elijah, why are you curled up in the fetal position under a pew? That's not important. We need to talk to you about Juniper Cloud.
Juniper Cloud.
She stole your friend's horn, Elijah. We have proof.
But...
Well. Couldn't stay away from the scene of the crime.
A crime? Garfield here hired me for the teens. Anyway, about the church choir, I've been looking for Elijah to let him know that I won't be able to do it after all. I just came from an audition with the City Symphonic Choir at Pomerantz Hall, and I made it. Lead mezzo-soprano. So I won't have the time for church choir rehearsals. Oh, Elijah! Is he under there? Hello, sweetie. I wanted to talk to you for letting me borrow that French horn. The accompaniment really put my audition over the top.
You're welcome.
Lead mezzo at Pomerantz Hall. Marcy, you hear that?
Oh, well, good riddance. Miss Marcy, wait! You're all right home!
Hello, everyone.
Pastor! Shit, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Oh, Liv, sorry for what? Wow, it looks like you threw one hell of a teen week.
I know, I'm so sorry. I let the teens get out of control. I'm just not that good with kids, it turns out. Or organization, or planning, or like basic safety procedures. I understand if you have to fire me. I'll go pack up my desk.
Fire you? But everyone is having a great time. Why would I fire you?
For starters, the church is on fire, and maybe because there are drunk minors having orgies all over the place.
Of course they are. What else would drunk minors do? There's no judgment here, Liv, remember?
What?
Garfield! Hit me with one of those Jell-O shots. Ew, not the green one, you maniac. Now who wants to see some aerial yoga slam poetry?
Yay! Non-Denominational was co-created by Matthew Rebar, Karen Adams, Blaze Pratt, and Kelsey Shago.
Music and sound effects collected from freesound.org, audionautics.com, and originals by Matthew Rebar.
Thank you to our regular cast of voices this season, including Matthew Rebar, Karen Adams, Blaze Pratt, Kelsey Shago, Kyle Pratt, Annalise Rebar, Karen Jones, Amanda Casey, Julia and Amy Adams, Hogan Pash, Joanna Mulson, and Glenn Anderson.
Check out the website for more information.